So, mate, what we like
No one
doing
else does,
here
guys.
is we're going to get into our hot guys, cold guys in the medical room for the people at home that need to know who to target, who to fade, and who to stay away from because of injuries. So let's start with our hot guys.
This is why I'm hot.
Disclaimer to Asa, hopefully you weren't listening, mate. There's the gunshot. It is back. So, hot guys, you want to go with them, mate?
Yeah, mate. Sounds good to me. I love talking about hot guys. We got Jackie Steele as one of them. Obviously good looking, but also very bloody good for Supercoach. Nasiah Wangani Miller. We got to have a nickname for him with his initials close enough to NWAA. So we'll get something on that. 32 touches, 11 marks, 120, 475K at the moment. So he's nice. Liking Darcy Cameron, I'm on the edge. I've got other. Oh, kids are gorgeous, man. Thank you very much. He said, "Hot guys, horse and skiddy." What a man! Our genuine punter in the Discord. What a man! Yeah, Cameron. I look at other rucks that I feel like are going to give me a bit more how you going, but that's all right. Tommy Stewart, also good looking bloke.
He nearly took mark of the century. Do you see that?
Mate, that was unbelievable. How good would have that been in his? What was it? 150th?
You're talking about he went 150 stories high.
Oh, that too, but no, I'm pretty sure it's 150th.
Yeah, it was his 150th game. Yeah,
you won't see like a better 150 games like from the last few years. He's been sensational for the Geelong, especially his story. It's fantastic. Rory Laird, he's definitely someone that's keeping the eye on with 120. Price may drop a little bit as well, so that could be someone that we watch out for. And Matt Crouch, 37 touches. 128 Supercoach points. So with that, like, 400, like mid 400K price, he's definitely someone that can be looked at. I think, I don't know about you, but I've got spot fires in other places that I have to address. So before I can actually look at getting Crouch in. Lukey Jackson, just absolutely unreal. He's definitely good in everyone's forward line. If you dropped him to make way for Heaney, that sucks. Hopefully there was other ways you're able to get him in if you didn't start with him. Caleb Sarong, if you don't have him, you're just going to have to find a way, mate. It's just another 140 plus. This is just outrageous by him, what he's doing. Tom Powell, this is someone that I am desperately trying to get into my forward line. This, as we said, 100% CBAs. He has full faith from Clarko, so that's a big yes from me. Sheasel, yep, another one of the back line that we can bring in for our primos. Looked really good again. Big Sex Track. Yeah. Sex Track is definitely hot right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be hard to make up your mind if you want Sarong, Track, Green, or Bont. Yeah. No, Clary. Oh, geez. There's so many different ways that we can go about it, but Track's just really doing his thing. Maxi Gorn, again, how do you feel like the ruck situation is going to work, Horse? Are you not going to be satisfied until you have English and Gorn, or are you still going to be okay with having a Zeri or a Grundy or Kieran Briggs even?
My outlook so far is to hopefully keep English if he can stay healthy and turn Grundy into Marshall. I
like that. Now we've got to worry about bloody Sam Darcy coming in and how many hit-outs he's going to take off English. Bloody
That's
hell.
Right.
Pain in the ass. Yeah. Sicily, one good game, but still, he's not doing anything to Hawthorn's success. Errol Goulden, another one that we can throw in the midfield category, 159, nearly close. 149. His break-even was 159, so another one we've got to consider. Isaac Heaney, thank you very much. That's nice cash gen there. Keep holding him until the midfielders come back, and even if he stays there, then happy days. Zachy Merritt, unbelievable game from him. Even he's now coming into the conversation of these damn midfielders of how influential he's been, but also too, Darcy Parish wasn't there. Tuk, he was the best of the Gold Coast Suns midfield this week, but we know how good all of the Suns players can be. Hard without wits, so he'll be better than that. Timmy English as well, hot guy, just keep on keeping on. Bontempelli, yep. He is just going to keep on doing what he does, which is fantastic. Libba, he made up for it in that second half, so he's still on the hot guys list, which we love to see. Sam Darcy, a new inclusion. Mate, what does Sam Darcy cost? Is it 123?
123K forward.
mean, that does sound nice, doesn't it? Tom Berry,
Mhm.
that may be our detour because I don't think Lobby's taken his spot back. Stupid
No.
cone. And Zachy Butters. Yep. I'm even going to throw another one on that, Mickle.
Yep. Go.
Willem Drew. He deserves his spot on there.
Yep. I'm glad you said cone and not another 4-letter C word that I thought was going to pop out then.
No. Everyone knows my nickname for Rory Lobb is the cone. So,
Yep.
But I can see why you were worried.
Yes, just slightly concerned.
Fair enough. You want to go through the cold guys, shake a bag?
Yeah, unfortunately, that when we talk about hot guys, there's an associate in cold guys. So here it is. And who better to start off our cold guys this week with the boner himself? When it gets cold, it shrinks, and he definitely disheveled his way into our cold guys list this week. Are we dropping the boner? Potentially, because I had a look at his role. We all had a look at his role, and it is definitely affected with Sinclair there. So join us Wednesday night where we'll talk about where we're going with that one. Dacos absolutely shit the bed, 22 touches, 54 Supercoach points. He's a cold guy at the moment. Degoe, I reckon he's been on this list already once this year. This is the second time, even worse. 13 touches, 39 Supercoach points. Jeremy Cameron, I'm going to put on here, 57 Supercoach points with 2 goals. If he didn't kick the 2 goals, he would have been less than 40. I was going to put Ben Keys on here because he only had 10 touches for 38 Supercoach points, but he dropped the flog who ran onto the ground. So for me, that's an extra 100, and he gets a pass.
Yep.
Hayden Young, man, it pains me to say it, but see ya. If he's in your team, ladies and gentlemen, get rid of him. One I have thrown in here that you're probably not going to be happy with is Nick Sevlarkey, almost that's 0 Larkey. 1 goal, 6 touches, 27 Supercoach points. Yuck.
Yep,
Dylan Moore, we were talking about him last week.
I'm just going to say this, Mickle. Alex Pearce is that fucking good of a full backman.
He's pretty good.
His positioning is so underrated of how good he is. And I am worried that he may be like a full forward type killer for Supercoach. Not as important, but for multis, definitely important.
Absolutely. Dylan Moore, we spoke about him last week because he made the 100 coming back from glandular fever. May have caught up with him this week. 11 touches, 44 Supercoach points. Caleb Windsor, 16 touches, 40 Supercoach points as well. Marty Hoare, 10 Supercoach points after being subbed on at halftime. Dane Rampy is one that you wouldn't have seen on here too many times. He started last year on fire with back-to-back 140s. 9 touches this past game, 35 Supercoach points. James Rowbottom, we spoke about him. He scored north of 100 last week. This is why we don't touch him. Mr. Inconsistent.
He had so many centre bounce attendances as well, and he did nothing at all. And he was in the wrong position at so many times. It was so frustrating.
Nick Hind, I've put him on the cold guys, 10 touches, 33 Supercoach points. Look, let's be honest, he's not cold. He's just shit.
Yeah.
Don't even look to get him in. Sextown, 47 Supercoach points, 14 disposals. Tommy Lynch, 8 Supercoach points. 8. He's really struggling to get his legs back. Looks way out of touch to me. And I'm putting Jaden Littleman Short here. Not what we wanted from Shorts. Didn't make his break even. He's not taking kickouts anymore. It's really disappointing to see that role is being taken away from him. And unfortunately, it's probably a sell. So if you've got the coin, you could probably go up to Luke Ryan, who's going to be more consistent for you.
Yep.
Skiddy?
I want another one on there, Horse.
Go for it, mate.
Van Soldo. That was a shit effort today. Horrible. I mean, this is why we said you don't want Soldo, because he took the piss out of Bailey Williams and West Coast last week with the ton, and then he only had a 44 today against Nang. That is why you don't touch Soldo.
That's right. Mate, the people probably want to know who got hurt.
Medical.
It's a bit of a banger, isn't it, that? I like it.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, our medical room. Liam Henry.
This one hurts.
Yeah, St. Kilda. Looks to... Is it a grade 2 or a grade 1 he's done? But it's going to keep him on the sidelines for 6 weeks, apparently.
Yeah.
So this may save Boner's role for a little longer because they've got no next one as well, Mason Wood, who was knocked out in the first quarter. That was pretty terrifying watching him convulse on the ground and get the shakes on. So he will definitely miss this week's game against Essendon due to the
Did I hear as well that he's done his collarbone as well or something like that?
He was carried off when he was taken off, his arm was in a sling, so there may be more to that. Fife was subbed off during their win against the Kangaroos on Saturday with what we now know as back tightness or a stiff back. Watch this space as to how they manage Fife moving forward, especially with the flight back to Perth. I would have thought with them bringing over Will Brodie and Jaeger O'Meara, they may have rested him this game, and there were whispers that he was going to, but turns out they just played him for 2.5, 2 3/4 quarters and then rested him.
I reckon that was the way to plan, in fairness, because as we knew, we had word from Longmire prior to the season.
Longmuir,
Freo have, thanks, whatever, because they have they had that short turnaround of only 6 days. We were expecting him to either miss or be subbed, and next week they also have another 6-day turnaround before they play Adelaide on Friday night.
For sure. Stephen May, mate, hurt himself.
Oh, frothies. Not frothies, mate. Yeah, copped an absolute knee and a half from Chol, and then he landed on him. I reckon. Have they said that it's broken ribs?
Yes.
Yep. All right. So that sucks. So he'll miss a few, unfortunately, for frothies. Also, too, with the other demon backman with Jake Lever injuring his knee during the game. Looked really noticeably troubled. Can we have a look at Tom McDonald? Because he got 100 last week. Actually, what did Tommy McDonald get this week? Let me just double check that.
I'll have a look at that, mate, while you go through the rest of them.
Beautiful. No worries. Harry Cunningham, unfortunately, gets knocked out as he was running back courageously from Peter Wright. As we said, Peter Wright will probably cop 4 weeks. It's not the same as what Jimmy Webster did to Jai Simpkins. That was a dog hit where he aimed for the head. Peter Wright was going for the ball, but he did jump and gave away his...
The only thing that'll save him, I reckon. So Tom McDonald scored 37. So,
yuck. Okay, don't worry about it.
When we're talking about Peter Wright, you see that when he left the ground, his eyes were on the ball, and then he sort of looked towards Harry Cunningham. Turned. When he bumped him, he didn't, when you bump someone and the elbow comes up, he didn't do that. You could see that he looked noticeably worried and concerned by it after that.
Yeah.
And it's an unfortunate circumstance, but with the AFL's angle on concussions, he's definitely missing weeks.
Yeah, but also too, Mick, when you look at the other camera angle of it, the side on one, you actually see Wright's his elbow does come up and it actually nearly makes contact to Cunningham's head. So it actually does look a little bit worse when you look at the slow-mo replay. I reckon he still cops 4. It's just because he leaves the ground. But I think it was a play on the ball rather than when you look at Jimmy Webster where he, actually headhunted someone. So, I don't think we should be calling for 7 or anything like that. But 4-5, that's fine by me. Caulfield, that sucks. Dislocated shoulder in the first minute or two. He could really miss a fair amount of time. If it was just a dislocation, I've had several dislocations of stingers where you can be all right for the next week or the week after. But if it completely dislocated, they will probably go on the side of caution and he'll miss a few. Danger. This didn't even look that bad. But the next thing you know, we're getting reports that he's out for 6 weeks. And, he was on the sideline. He was showing his hammy. He's like, oh, yeah, I've got a little bit of a niggle. Still walked off on it and everything like that. Nah. Apparently he's out for 6. So that sucks for Danger. What it doesn't suck for is Jai Clark, whoever is still holding him, because that means more midfield time. So
absolutely. And that'll do us for the medical room so far. The Hawks, the GWS and Eagles game is still rocking on. But
that's what it was. Lockie Jones for
what's he done?
Well, he got subbed out. He had a niggle with his knee or his calf early in the first quarter, came off, came on, and then looked like it wasn't good at all. So he then got subbed out. So Lockie Jones may miss next week.
I kept him off the medical report because I was listening to, I think it was SEN, and they just said that he was not playing very well and then he got dragged. So you might be right.
He did have a knee calf problem in the first quarter, and he was off for probably about 8 minutes getting it checked out. and then yeah.